What's up, guys? So today is day 2 of eating right. This morning when I woke up, my first stop didn't open until 9 o'clock today. My first stop opened at 9. So I got up around 7:30. I fixed a bowl of oats, and then I went and did that stop, and now I'm over here in Pasco. It's 12:15 right now. I just pulled out of a loading dock, so I'm gonna go shut my doors real quick. And for lunch, what we're gonna have is the leftover meatballs and rice and broccoli from yesterday. And then I've got about 240 miles to make it over to Puyallup today. And then once I get there, I'm gonna go ahead and start fixing my dinner, which I haven't completely decided yet. All right, so the doors are closed. I'm gonna eat those meatballs real quick, and before we start eating, I'm gonna wash my hands up because the furniture dust gets everywhere. So I've got my wet wipes here. Only need 2 of them. Face a little bit. Whew. So I just left it in the bag, or I left it how it is. I put it in the bag, and looks like it's about half of what I had yesterday. So I'm just going to grab a fork and I'm going to eat it cold. I think I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce. Nope. Took a turn too short today. Hot sauce ended up on the floor. Okay. What's cool about the bag is I added the hot sauce to it. Now I can just kind of shake it up. Plus, you just throw this bag away and you don't have any more dishes for the next day. So I'm gonna eat this and then we're gonna hit the road. So I had a little bit of change of plans. I ended up making it over to Puyallup, picking up my next trailer, and instead of staying there and cooking, I went ahead and made it all the way back over to Yakima, which I'm at the Gear Jammer again. So I'm just gonna go do a quick pre-trip, or excuse me, a quick post-trip, and then I'm going to hop back there, and I think we're gonna have hamburger steak, asparagus, and some rice. So let's go. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got everything out, and I've got it all sitting here on the bed with me. I'm going to start with just putting the hamburger inside of the skillet. I'm going to mix an egg in with it, and then probably put salt, pepper, and garlic powder, since that's all I've got. I'm going to mix that up into it, and I just washed my hands, so I guess they're going to be clean enough. I'm going to mix that into it. I'm going to let it start cooking, And then I'll probably put the asparagus in at the same time, just because I like mine pretty soft, and I figure it might take a while. So I don't know if it's going to work out, but we're going to try it, and I think we'll have good results. So let's get that mixed up, and let's start cooking. All right, so I got it all mixed up. I put a little bit of soy sauce in it too, and for some reason I went ahead and put 2 eggs in it, but and then I mixed it up with one hand, so I'd at least have one clean hand to hold my phone. I think I put too many eggs in it because I can't really get it to stay together to make like a steak. If it does end up like in pieces, that's fine with me. I might try to, make it, once I turn the heat on, I might try to make it stick together a little better. But as of right now, it's pretty much like ground hamburger. I don't know, but I guess that's some of the fun of it, just learning and trying to do this in the truck. But here we have it. So that's my filthy hand. I kind of just put it up in the corner, and let's turn the heat on, wash my hand, and let's see how this turns out. Okay guys, so it's cooking now. I ended up going ahead and getting a little servings of asparagus ready. I cut the ends off probably about an inch and a half, just because it's usually super hard anyways, and I don't really care for it. So I went ahead and did that. I didn't put it in yet. I think I'm gonna let this cook a little bit longer first, and then I'm gonna put it in. So far it looks like it's holding together okay. I haven't, obviously, it's only been on for about a minute or two, so I haven't flipped it or anything, but it looks like it's holding together. And you might be looking at it and saying that that's a lot of meat, and probably a lot of calories, and probably not good for you, but I do plan on cutting this in half and then eating half of it like I did yesterday, half for lunch the following day. So asparagus, I probably only made enough for one serving, and then the rice, I'll split that in half as well. But I'll catch you here in a minute, and we'll see how this turns out. So it's looking pretty good. However, it definitely didn't can y'all see that? Well, I'll show you a better picture here in a second, but it definitely didn't stay together. So let's take a look. Yeah, so there we have it. It broke all to pieces, but it still looks really good. I like that color right there. That's how I like my hamburger. And then you can see the eggs all mixed in with it, and obviously I just now flipped it, so it's definitely not done. As you can see, the red right there, but I think I'm about ready to go ahead and add my asparagus over on this side, over on that side over here, and just have that cooking in the background. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and took the hamburger off. I put it all on this plate, but like I said, I'm gonna save half of it for tomorrow, so I'm about to put some of it in a bag once it gets a little cooler. I've still got the asparagus going now, and now I'm getting ready to add the whole grain medley, which, funny thing is, I just read the back of here, and under the instructions for skillet, it says squeeze pouch to separate rice and pour contents into skillet. For some reason, this whole time, I've just been pouring it into the skillet and then chopping it up. I don't know why I haven't read it, but I just did it while it was still in the pouch like it said to do, and it seems like it's going to be way simpler now. So it's all squeezed up and ready to be poured in. All right guys, so here it is: asparagus, rice, and what was supposed to be hamburger steak. Looks delicious, and I went ahead and put the extra hamburger back in here, and then the rice for tomorrow. I went ahead and turned it off, so as soon as it cools down some more, I'm going to put it in a bag and put it in the fridge. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and start eating this, and we're gonna see how it tastes. All right, so I got y'all set up over here again. You're not gonna be able to see the food, but I am super eager to try it out. Let's start with the asparagus. Nice and plain, because I didn't put anything on this. I just cooked it in the hamburger grease. I probably could have put some garlic on it, some garlic powder, maybe some, just salt and pepper, but it's cooked exactly how I like it. It's soft. It's not super flimsy or anything, but it's definitely soft enough to like just chew you right through. That is good. It's got the it's got a little bit of the browning on it. Can y'all see that? So I don't know, maybe I could go a little bit further, but for the most part that's exactly how I like it. Let's go ahead and try this hamburger steak. It looks really good. And it really is. I did end up putting soy sauce in with it. So I just cooked it with salt, pepper, 2 eggs, soy sauce, and garlic powder. If I was to do it again, I probably would only put 1 egg in it. Like I said, I couldn't get it to stay together. But that's really good. And the rice tastes like rice, It was cooked in some of the grease too, which I'm thinking from cooking the rice and the asparagus in the grease, the pan doesn't look as bad, so it might be easier to clean up. But I'm gonna stir that while I'm thinking about it. So there you have it. Another decently healthy meal in the truck. Like I said before, if you have anything that you want me to try, just leave it in the comments and I'll give it a shot. But I'm going to enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a good night.